Good morning, world. We're outside on the beach, setting up our coffee station. We're going to see if we can make
a brew on the beach.
Yes, using a grinder, using a coffee pod machine, using a milk frother.
Yeah, very important.
And most importantly, the ECOFLOW Delta 3 battery, which supposedly can power all of these very, very high power appliances with just battery power.
Yeah, and we haven't had our morning coffee yet today. So this is a very important time.
Look at this beautiful scenery. But also it might rain, so we're going to crack on with this. If you saw our other EcoFlow video, you'll know that we actually ran a rice cooker. We cooked Filipino food on the beach, didn't we?
We did, yeah. That was a fun afternoon.
It was. And I think the total power that thing was putting out was about 675 watts, which isn't going to be as high as what we're going to do today. So this, again, is like a new test. We're not sure if it's going to be able to handle all of the appliances at once. We'll run a few different scenarios and see how it goes. So when I make the morning coffee, the first thing we do is grind the beans. So let's turn on the AC output, which will start powering these sockets. Oh,
yes, just turned on.
Let's hit that. I'm over in 140 watts it's using right now.
Okay.
Let's prove that it ground.
Oh yeah, freshly ground coffee.
Nice.
From beans to our cup, hopefully.
I have these little
reusable pods.
Yeah.
This is a coffee pod machine.
Yeah.
But we've actually run out of pods, so we are making our own at the moment.
Yeah, so it's an Espresso one, so we can use these inside there. And this is the true test, I think, because I don't know how much power this thing's going to use. So let's turn it on and see. So when I press this button, it will tell you how much power it uses. Wow.
Oh, that's a lot, isn't it?
1,273. The fan came on.
Okay, now it's not doing anything.
That's because it's already hot.
Okay.
That was quick. Right, should we see?
Let's see. So it used a lot of power, but it was just a quick thing to heat up the machine, I guess.
Yeah, it really got done quick. So let's try it out.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Here it comes. Fresh coffee. And it's still using quite a lot of power. I didn't realise that the coffee machine was so juicy.
But only for a few seconds. See, look, it's already dropped back down again. It goes up and down. And we've still got almost 100% battery. So morning coffee is no problem for the EcoFlow right now. It's pretty impressive.
Coffee on the beach.
Yeah. There's one more thing we need to do after this, which is heat up and steam. Well, it's not steaming. It's frothing the milk. And I've got no idea how much power that uses. But here we go, look.
Woo, nice.
Coffee on the beach. Let's give it a taste. It's hot. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's good. Check that out.
Got a bit of crema on there. Good. The machine was working as it should. Excellent stuff.
I'm already very impressed.
I would like a milky coffee, please.
Right, so
oat milk, please.
We bought this from the shop the other day, Barista oat milk. Let's give that a go. I'd be interested to see how much power this uses. So normally I pour it up to about, whoops, coffee machine just decided to turn on by itself. I don't know what happened there. Let's unplug it. Is it this one? Yeah.
Oh, hello, Poppy. Poppy's come to join us. Come to see what's happening. Hi, Story. Hi. Would you like some steamed oat milk?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay.
We've got to do this quickly because it's starting to pee down with rain.
All right.
So luckily this battery is partially waterproof. It should be able to handle a bit of rain. But I don't particularly want rain in my coffee, so let's see what happens.
Dripped on.
All right, I've just turned it on, as you can see. This is using 435 watts of power, so it's heating the milk and frothing it at the same time.
Much less than the actual coffee machine.
Yeah, and you'll see that after about, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds or so, this milk will turn slightly foamy and we can make a latte on the beach. So far, we've only used 3% of battery power.
That's nothing, isn't it?
Nothing. We've had absolutely no cutouts whatsoever. And I have tried our coffee machine after the big storm we had a few years ago on another battery, and it cut out straight away. So for me, this is already a revelation that this works. So it's pretty good technology.
Right, so we're going to be crazy and run the coffee machine and the frother. at the same time. What's happening?
Shot up to 1700, then dropped back down again. I think it's because it's already hot. Can you handle it? Wow. Look at that.
Oh, yes.
Steaming and brewing at the same time. That is incredible. Wow, I'm really impressed. I have to admit, I wasn't sure if this was actually going to do it because I've not tested this. This is a live test. I'm literally making the coffee for the first time. It's a bit rainy out here. This is a real raw test.
It's a raw test.
Yeah, but it's working. Oh, look, the milk is frothed.
The milk is frothed now. Look, here you go. Frothed milk.
Yeah, coffee is
Hot
done.
coffee.
Incredible.
Freshly ground beans. And we've still got that much left.
There you go, there's one.
Thank you.
And the two.
Wow.
Check.
Rustic and raw. Coffee on the beach.
So if you're a camping enthusiast or a van lifer or anybody who likes to do any kind of outdoor activities, I can happily say this is very impressive. I didn't even need to go into the app and boost the functions for higher devices. It just managed to do it all by itself. Want to taste the coffee?
Yes.
There you go.
It's already done.
Yeah, it's done. Check that out. Look.
Oh, wow.
Story is running off to go and get herself a mug so she can have some foamy oat milk, and you can tell me how the coffee is.
Exactly like it would be in the house, but better because we're outside. It's super hot. Like, it didn't affect the heat or the quality of anything by using the battery out here. Maybe a little bit of rainwater adds to the flavour.
Let me try my one. Let's see. Yeah, it's exactly as it would be if we were using the mains electricity inside the house.
Should we cheers?
Cheers. To coffee on the beach, made by a battery.
And then you've still got 95% battery left. You can then go on and make your rice for lunch.
Yeah. Make your rice. You could use an electric pan to cook food out here. No need for gas. And also, it's absolutely silent. It doesn't make any noise. Imagine running a generator. Like how noisy that is.
That's a big thing, isn't it? They're really noisy and smelly as well because
Smelly.
they're running on fuel.
Another thing I thought of is like, oh, you could say, oh, well, I could just do this with a gas bottle. But how heavy are gas bottles?
Yeah.
They're so heavy. Story has rejoined us.
Okay, do you want
Do you want to do it yourself?
to make your own milk?
The top one.
Story is going to make herself some foamy oat milk. This is child friendly. Ready to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Stick it in all the good old frothy machine. Look at it soften in there.
Nice.
It's nice and frothy.
That's foamy enough.
Impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Wow. Check that out. Technology.
Hang on. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. I'm going to pack all of these appliances away because even though the battery is waterproof, all of this stuff is just from our kitchen and I don't think it would be able to handle any rainwater. So the morning coffee ritual only knocked off 6% of battery. Impressive.
Oh, how do you know? I am a wise old man.
You get used to this. We set this up every day outside.
So there are actually no plug sockets down here. Our landlady has built a kubo here, but she hasn't quite sorted out the electricity yet. And there's also another kubo up there. So if you were having like a little Filipino party, bring your karaoke machine,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
It can all run off of it.
Yeah.
According to my geography test, apparently karaoke machines were invented by a Filipino.
Yes.
That's why they love it so much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very interesting. We did a Filipino lesson, didn't we?
Fun fact for you all there.
Yeah. Okay, ritual's over. We're heading back into the house. We actually use this in the house more than we do outside of the house. When you live on an island like this, the electricity supply is not clean. What I mean by that is that the voltage goes up and down a lot and it damages your appliances. It's a massive problem here in Siargao, has been for many years. And even though we've got solar panels on our roof, 15 solar panels, a full 6.75 kilowatt solar system, because the grid kicks in and out because it's hybrid, we often have voltage fluctuations here too. And that's where the EcoFlow comes in really handy for us. Being an off-grid house, we can run this beach villa completely without the grid. We do not need it at all. But if you want things to run like they normally do in a normal house, it's good to have both connections. But when the grid is fluctuating, this actually stabilizes the energy for the appliances that are most sensitive. So I'll go back to the house and I'll show you the setup. But the main thing that we use this for is to protect our Starlink internet and to protect our TV, because both of those things are very sensitive to blips in electricity and voltage fluctuations. I'm going to head back in now because I'm actually hot and sweaty, even though the sun isn't shining. So when the EcoFlow isn't outside doing camping work, this is where it lives, in the corner here, connected to all these devices. It is currently powering our Starlink. It is running our TV, this stand fan, and it also has the router and a lamp, all coming off of just battery power. Before the EcoFlow, we used to have this unbranded UPS, which is an uninterruptible power supply, so that if we had any switching from grid power to solar power, all of our stuff would continuously have a battery. But this thing was not good, and after 1 year, it conked out. So I'm going to demonstrate how this works by briefly turning off the power to the house and showing you everything still working. So as you can see, even when the power was off, everything still kept going. The TV was running, the Starlink is still connected, the internet runs, the fan is going, and the light was still on. So this section of the house is completely protected from voltage surges, and you can take it one step further as well with the app. If you live in a place that has poor electricity quality, you can click this button here, which is Disable Grid Bypass. It prevents the grid from bypassing the battery, and you can then get a cleaner, more stable energy supply coming directly from the EcoFlow instead of the grid jumping in and sending high voltage to your appliances. This has been one of the key reasons why we want this here. Your TV keeps going on and off and everything is at risk of blowing up because of high voltage or low voltage just ruining your stuff. During my experiments, I also tested the runtime for a standard standing fan that you would have in your house, and the EcoFlow showed 2.5 days of runtime. I'm not sure exactly how much energy my fan uses, but that's a long time to run a fan. Another question which comes up is like how long it could run a refrigerator. So we've got a big fridge freezer here. I plugged it in to see how long would be displayed on the screen, and I saw about 12 hours, maybe about half a day it can run a fridge for. So depending on how economical that is, still a pretty incredible number. And I love the fact that it's conveniently got USB-C and USB ports on the front so that you can charge your regular devices that you would have out and about. And those kind of devices use so little energy, it's pretty much pointless saying how long the runtime is. But if you wanted to test it out, you can see on the website how long they state things could be charged for. Drones and phones, all of those kind of smaller energy devices will last for a very long time on a battery this size, which is about 1 kilowatt hour. And as a brief mention, if 1 kilowatt hour isn't enough, you can actually buy additional EcoFlow batteries and stack them together to expand their use, so you can start small and then move up over time. Excellent home backup solution, excellent outdoors solution too. The other feature I wanted to highlight was the X-Boost function, because I didn't need to use it this morning. The battery had so much of its own power. So I'm actually going to try a hairdryer and see if it knocks it over. I've brought Story out here to help me demonstrate the hairdryer power.
Right, is it plugged in?
Not yet. I will plug it in and show you me plugging it in. In the slot we go. So all 4 slots are now taken and we're running only 95 watts. Okay, Story, hit the button. All right, keep going. Don't turn it off. Oh, interestingly, that doesn't use a lot of power. Okay, hit the next button up. Still, only 830 watts, but it worked fine.
Yeah.
Right, amazing. So I was hoping that the hairdryer would knock it over 2000 watts, but it didn't. I did forget to mention that the piano is also plugged into the battery as well. And Sasha has just suggested that we try the air fryer.
I was just about to use the air fryer. I've made a biscuit base here, making some Twix bars for dessert, which is like a caramel biscuit coated in chocolate. And I was about to use the air fryer, so I said to Jade, do you want to try it out?
Yeah. This might be the only thing that needs X boost. Okay, the air fryer is now plugged in, and we're going to see what happens when we turn this thing on.
180 for 10 minutes.
Right, it's on.
It's in. It's cooking.
It's running, and the air fryer is showing 1,600. So we have some pretty low energy appliances here. We've got all this stuff running, the Starlink, the TV, the piano, the lights, the fan, the air fryer, and it's still only 1,600 watts, and yet it can handle it without an issue. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I didn't even need to kick it into X boost mode.
All right.
Very good. All right, let's use some free energy, eh?
Yeah, why not?
So as you can see, the EcoFlow works as an incredible home backup system. And something else that was very, very useful in the app settings is there's a function called Storm Guard, where it actually warns you, because it's connected to the internet, if there is a storm on the way. And then it tells you whether you need to charge your battery or be ready for the storm.
What, like Poppy's nose?
Yeah, it's like a...
Storm.
Exactly, like a dog's nose. It can sniff out a storm from using internet power.
That's so cool.
Yeah, let us know if we've actually got to get our backup system on the go. EcoFlow says that it actually lasts over 10 years as well, which is pretty incredible for a battery. Lots of charge cycles. And if any of you guys are thinking of getting one of these, we actually do have a discount code you can check out. It's here on the screen right now. It's also in the description and the comment. And a huge thank you to EcoFlow for sending us this battery to test out. It's really, really going to enrich our lives here. If you've got any kind of off-grid setup, if you like camping, if you like any kind of outdoor activities, but you want to bring the convenience of the indoors, outdoors, this thing just works. I'm super impressed, highly recommended. All the links below. So I'm going to end the video today with Story playing some beautiful music on the piano. Even though we've got a stormy day outside, we managed to have our coffee on the beach this morning, which was really fun.
I haven't even gotten to the real song yet. I'm just practicing.
Just practicing. And we didn't even get a chance to try out the solar panel yet. So I'll be doing another video in the future where we can try out portable solar with a portable power bank. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.